Hey guys, today we will be seeing if it's worthwhile to put a grow light outside, so stay tuned to find out. Ever since I added my plant boxes to my fence, I've really enjoyed seeing the greenery and life it has brought to the living room. Only there was a problem, it also brought death. For the plants, that is. You see, the fence is south facing, which would be fine for 68% of the world's land mass, or 90% of the population, but for me in Australia, it means that the plants are predominantly in the shade. So only the top row was getting enough light, but it wasn't even getting full sun. I think that part shade would be generous. So, over time, my poor thyme died, but I caught it in time to relocate it back into the light. So, this light situation needed fixing, and knocking down the fence was ruled out by the wife. This is my wall where the plants would be growing if it wasn't winter. As you can see, the angle of the sun is quite low, and you can see the sun up there in the sky. None of these plants particularly get any sun during the winter, and as such I haven't really tried growing anything because I haven't been getting any sun for about 4 months or anything. But first, let's talk about how cute this little wedding takeaway thing on the table for a place name holder is. So that brings us to today. Today I'm opening up my birthday present from my wife, which I'm honestly surprised that she didn't wrap, even though I bought it for myself on Amazon's Prime Day. This is a 200 watt 600 LED beast of a light that can output a ton of light. And it's got the lots of LEDs on the side to get kind of a more even distribution. Shipping these cats back in the packaging. But you're a bit big, Amos. I couldn't find anywhere online whether these are suitable to be used outside. Most of the time they're talking about being used in green tents. It's undercover and we've got the electrician to add some power points. So we'll put it out here, and with grow tents they're allowed to be up to 70% humidity and whatnot. So I can imagine that. So unless the rain is coming in horizontally, this model I believe will be drier than most. These grow lights come with equipment to hang them vertically in the box. However, I was envisioning it more at an angle. I also don't believe it is made to be hung from plasterboard. My solution? Chains and more chains. So after some time lapse, the light is up. This is 100% brightness. You can tell it's outputting a fair amount of light. I'm fairly happy with how far back it is from the rain and everything. It is actually quite bright. From the top to the top, it is 48 centimeters, and from the bottom to the bottom planter box, it is 69 centimeters, which is a little further away than the lights manual recommends. I'm just hoping that as the plants continue to grow, they will grow tall enough to reaching to the recommended growing conditions. A couple of days later, I have my little helper with me, and I'm just going to loosen up the soil that the cats have compacted by walking over. So here we're growing some spinach, and we're just going to use this strip which has the spinach all nice. So over here we've planted some carrots similarly. Over here we have some coriander and we have some... So the cats love to climb and explore, so I'm happy that some seedlings came up at all with all the curiosity the cats were showing the pots. So after 3 long weeks, I was happy to see the seedlings actually come up. So it has now been another 3 weeks and all of the seedlings are still alive. So I feel that is 100% due to the grow light, as they would have already spent their energy that they had stored up in the seed. And with no direct sunlight, it means that they are getting their energy from the grow light. So since this light is going to keep my vertical garden green and producing throughout winter, I'm going to answer the question posed in this video as yes, I do recommend hanging a grow light outside. Future plans for the vertical garden involve making the most of the grow light, so replanting the seeds that didn't come up, and changing the pots from staggered to stacked. Also, I feel that stacking the pots will disenfranchise the cats from climbing over the plants. Finally, adding some catnip or other cat-friendly plants so that the spinach doesn't mysteriously disappear. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider subscribing. Looks good.